I'm Joanne Connolly and I run my own business, Impact Veterinary Services. The assisted reproduction services that I offer are artificial insemination, MOET embryo flushing and transfer, as well as embryo freezing and on-farm custom collections for bulls. Yeah. Oh, I think there's 100 different benefits to using assisted reproductive technologies. The main two that I want to talk about today though, the first one is that of having your cows within a tight joining period. So oftentimes it's a 9-week joining period, so that allows for 3 cycles of the cows. So reproduction is the #1 profit driver for business. So the more calves you can get on the ground every year, the better. So having cows within a tight joining window really allows them more opportunity to go back in calf the next year, because if she's joined at the start of the joining period, then with a 9-month gestation, she's got longer time to then reconceive in the following year. And the second thing that I wanted to talk about was, particularly this is probably a bit more relevant in the Wagyu game, is that just really the access to better quality proven genetics. Using artificial insemination or embryo transfer really allows you to use those bulls and or even the donors sometimes that have proven carcass data, and often that can be sometimes difficult to get access to those bulls. So yeah, using that semen and embryos really helps that. So yeah. Yeah, there's, well, this season definitely AI's sort of gone through the roof. A lot of my commercial producers have either inquired about it or done their first program with us this year. It's just, when you look at the price of bulls and the economics of doing AI program, it's really a no-brainer to me. You can, and as well as embryo transfer, there's a lot of clients that sometimes they're younger clients and they're just wanting to get ahead of the game a bit quicker, so speed up their genetic progression of their herd, and other times they're older fellas as well, so they're just trying to get a bit further, a bit quicker and get things done a bit faster. A bit of an example of that is my twin sister Sam. These are her cattle here, so she's been fortunate enough to have access to older cows out of herds of fellows that have bred Wagyu around here for 20 to 30 years and herd recorded and have good carcass data on those animals. And she's been fortunate to have access to those older cows, and we're now flushing them and transferring them into the recipients. And then so the end game is for us to really build that nucleus herd of really good quality cows that we know are gonna marble well and have a good carcass weight. So yeah. The shorter protocols are fantastic. I've used Cypiocin a couple of times with Wagyu cows this year in large commercial programs. We had fantastic results. The first program we had 70%, and then the next program we got 76%. But keep in mind, these are highly fertile herds, and they normally get quite good reproductive results. But yeah, just that benefit of not having to bring those cows back through the yards and extra additional time. I think the stress that must minimise the stress on the cows, and then also improve your results, as well as time is money. So every time that you have to bring them through, it costs dollars. So decreasing that, it obviously benefits a business. So. Oh, get into it sooner rather than later. Your best bet to get started is to either have a chat to the CattlePlan guys or get in contact with your local cattle vet, and we'll just point you in the right direction for what you need, what program best works for your operation, and how we think you're going to get the best results. And yeah, so just that's probably your best point of call. And yeah, just make sure that you have a good plan and understanding of what's required and when you need to do things and that sort of thing, so that you can get the best result there. So yeah, my #1 tip would be prior planning prevents poor performance. a lot of times the technician will get the blame for a poor result to something, but often the horse is bolted by the time when we get there. So when I say prior preparation, it's about having your cows, you know, good body condition score, on a good rising plan of nutrition, making sure their calves are old enough and that they've had enough time to recover so that they're right to be joined, and then making sure that you adhere to your program and that sort of thing. Like, you can't just do the injections 3 hours after the program said, because there's a point in why the injection has to be given at that time. So yeah, just your prior planning, and yeah, you should end up getting a good result.